Hi everyone, this is Julia from Adventure Geek, and yes, I'm hiking the PCT this coming April, and after lots and lots of testing back and forth with different gear, I finally got my gear dialed in, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I'm so excited. We're going to have an epic year. I don't know if you've seen the snow, but I'm actually quite excited about it. It's the challenge that's coming up. It's just going to be friggin' awesome. Anyway, I've got all my gear laid out here, and I'm going to go through it all with you bit by bit, and then I'm going to pack it all into my pack right at the end. So if that's of interest to you, then please stay tuned. For those of you who just want to skip bits, I'll put a timestamp below with all the gear, and there's a lighter pack link as well if you don't want to sit and listen to a gear video, which I completely understand. But anyway, this really is sort of for me just to say this is what I've got. And then when I come back at the end of the PCT, I'll do a post gear list as well. What lasts, what didn't last. And I've got a few things here that, things like a chair, I'll take that maybe I'll end up in a hiker box. I'm not sure. We'll see how we get on. Anyway, let's crack on with this week's video. Okay, so whizzing through this very quickly, I have a Chorus Thermarest quilt under there, a 20-degree bag, and it's in a Sea to Summit waterproof compression sack. I have a Tyvek. It's not a ground sheet, it's a bivvy that goes either inside, or I can use it as a ground sheet as well. So that'll help with the condensation. I've tested that loads and it works a treat. I have a Thermarest NeoAir X-Therm 6.9 R value, super warm, love this, tested all this gear. This is the same as a Gossamer Gear 1/8 pad, but you can get them in the UK, exactly the same, except mine's orange. I have a Nairo Flume pack liner from Atom Packs, only £4.50, but worth it. I've got a couple of those, one in my bounce box as well. I have an air tag that I'll keep actually inside my pack at all times. I've got two of these and one in my Roo pack, i.e. fanny pack or bum bag, whatever you want to call it. So I've got two air tags just to track stuff. I have an extra pole. I have one walking pole that I'll walk with, and then this pole just helps with the tent. I've got a selection of different pegs or stakes, as you call them in the States, with a Dyneema bag as well. Okay, so this is actually a Tarp Tent Notch LI, and it's got the stormproof inside as well. I love this tent, it's been absolutely brilliant. I've put it inside this really cheap tent bag, which is great because it has, inside here it's got a little place for my pegs, so the pegs go in here as well. And because I suffer with Raynaud's with my hands, it's just nice to have a bag that I can actually get the tent in. I haven't got to faff around in the mornings if it's really cold, which apparently it's going to be on the PCT. This pack I've had for years. It's the Atom Pack. It's a 50 litre, and it's got the mesh outside. I've got some little bits and bobs. I've got the cooler, it's not a cooler cloth, it's called a piss off cloth. I actually don't use that for women's things, I just use it to brush down my tent, but it's great for like absorbing moisture and then wringing it out, and it dries really quickly as well. It's got the bottom pocket, which I love, got a load of things on there. The other things that I have, if you can see this, I have a Reco tag. That's for emergencies, and it's just some new technology. They're actually building this technology into trousers and jackets and backpacks, so helicopters can fly over and find you if you're lost. So it's just another extra safety device, and they're really cheap, £29, something like that. So it's well worth having, just to have on your pack. I've got two shoulder straps that are built into the pack, so they're not extra things, they're just built into there. A snot rag there, and I've got two hip belt pockets and two side pockets. So yeah, that's it for my big three. Alright, so let's start from the left hand side. So I have a Wild Sky gear, they're based on eBay. I'll put links to all of this stuff down below, and it's on my lighter pack as well. I've put some little extra reflective tapes on there. The only thing I need to do is put some cord on so that I can hang it. I have a thermo pocket, which is like a koozie, and things like my spoon and my lighter and my salt and pepper pot, that sort of thing goes inside there just for extra carrying. This is a turkey roasting bag. I've actually got two of these. So this one goes inside my food bag. I do have another one that I put my shoes inside, and then that goes inside my tent. This is just a bandana, an old one that I use as a like cleaning up pot. I've got a Sea to Summit collapsible cup. I was going to take my GSI mug, but I come down to weight at the end of the day. I say that's a salt and pepper pot. I've got a mesh bag just to carry in my stove. So the stove is an Amicus, Soto Amicus stove, and that's the Soto Amicus River Pot, which I think is 750 millilitres. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put that on the screen. Right, let's get on to water then. So nothing that exciting. We've got a quick draw platypus. Most people that have got this mainly because it's got caps both ends, therefore you can put it in your sleeping bag at night so it doesn't freeze. I learned how to not let it freeze the hard way because I've now gone through, this is my third, and I won't be doing that on the PCT. That's a 3 litre Hydropack bag for dirty water, and that's just a 1 litre extra bag that comes with the platypus, so I can use that as like a gravity feed, which works quite well. That's a little foil bag just to scoop if you've got shallow water, which I don't think we're going to have too many problems with that this year in the desert. And then on both shoulder pockets I've got on my atom pack, I'll have two 500ml, actually I think they're 600ml, or tech, are they 600? Yeah. So they're both 600ml. So these are similar to smart water bottles, and I've got the 1 litre that will go either side of my pack as well. And you can see I've got different caps on there, so I can use one for dirty and one for clean. They're very similar to the smart water bottles. The smart water bottles in the UK have different size threads, so they don't fit the platypus, which is why I've got the active ones. And I really like these bottles. They're nice and smooth and good quality bottles, so I'll be taking those with me. Onto electronics then. I have the Valiant Peak insulated bag that I keep all of my electronics in. I've got a charger. I actually bought a US charger with extra I think it's 4 or 5 USB holes there. I've got my cords for my Garmin watch. I've got one for a USB to USB-C. I've got, and two, I know it's crazy, but I'm paranoid about things. So I've got 2 iPhone cables, so a longer one and then just a short one just for emergencies, just in case. This is a little gadget that attaches to the top of my walking pole, and it's a Compodel camera staff, and it's MagSafe, so literally my iPhone just snaps on there. I don't even have to screw it in or anything like that. I have AirPods. I have a 26,000 milliamp Anker power pack. That's a dinky little torch that just stays in my Roo pack. That's the microphone that I'll use for vlogging. Haven't decided what I'm doing from a vlogging point of view yet, but it's got an extra wind muff, and that just literally has a lightning cable plugged straight in, so the sound quality is quite good. That's called a Rescue Me. It's a personal location beacon. I've had it for absolutely donkeys. I've tested it as well. It works really, really well. It's made for the ocean, but there's no subscription charges, which is what I like about it. So it's called Rescue Me. Again, links are there. It's quite expensive. It's about 250 quid, but no different than a Garmin InReach. The only thing you can't do is have a two-way communication. And that's a Nightcore headlamp with my own little cord thing on the back. So that's my electronics. Okie dokie, so this is all my stuff, like little bits and bobs, all the miscellaneous stuff. So I'm just going to go through it. Please don't judge me. I know there's some things in here you're thinking, why on earth is she taking that? But, you know, there's a reason for everything, and I'm just showing you the stuff that I've got. I'm not expecting you guys to follow suit. So the umbrella comes with me on absolutely every trip I've ever been on. It's been with me since 2016. Great for the sun, great for the rain, great for shade. I absolutely love it. It's always with me. My Helinox chair, I know, I can hear you saying, what on earth? This is actually a child's version. It's called the Helinox Chair Mini. So I'm taking that with me. It's lighter and it's dinky, but so am I. So it works quite well for me. I've got the Sea to Summit pack towel, which is great for rivers if I'm going to take a dip. I've got a massage ball for my feet. That's like a mini one. I've got foot balm, chapstick, Sudocreme, which is like nappy rash cream or diaper cream. Electrolytes, got more of those in my bounce box as well. Sun cream, tablets, toothpaste, lady sensitive area cream, which is also good for chafing, I believe. I've got a toothbrush and a toothbrush. I've forgotten my toothpicks for flossing, but they'll be there as well. An extra lighter. All of this stuff fits into this bag here, and I've got some ladies like sanitary towel type pads in there. I've got heat pads. I'll have at least 3 of those for every trip. Savlon cream, which is like antiseptic cream. There's a first aid kit in there, which is like extra tablets and things like Imodium and Sudafed, which I suffer with my sinuses from, and band-aids, plasters, that sort of stuff. That's tape that I get from Decathlon, which is great for helping stop blisters. Thermarest kit, that's just a repair kit. That's a penknife it's got tweezers, it's got nail clippers, it's got a couple of knives, it's got scissors. Love that little penknife, that's really, really handy. I suffer with my ankles, that's like an ankle compression sock. Compass. This is like an emergency fire starter type kit. It's got duct tape in there, it's got a needle and thread, it's got some waterproof matches, it's got safety pins, it's got an extra ladies thing at the bottom, just like a panty liner, because they actually work really well to absorb any sort of blood. So yeah, that's like my emergency little kit. KT tape for shin splints or helping with any muscles. Dog poo bags. A couple of little extra bungees always come in handy. A Sharpie, you can't go wrong without a Sharpie. I've got a tick tool. That's a couple of extra band-aids. That's a repair kit for my tent. It's got some Dyneema cord and stuff like that in it. I've got the Black Diamond Blitz microspites. They're going with me from day one. And then this very last section is all my poop kit. So all of this stuff fits in that orange bag there. So I've got the Deuce of Spades trowel with elastic band around it just to stop it, because it hurts your fingers otherwise, or hurts your hand. Some extra little poop bags. I've chopped all these up, so these are what they call flagging. So it's just an old guy rope. So it will always be with me. So if I get lost in the woods, then I can use this to find my way back. Towels, paper towels, as in toilet roll. Easy wipes, these are great, love these just expand. And hand sanitizer is in that bag. Please, if you're doing this, put hand sanitizer inside a bag, because I actually left it open and it exploded all in there the other day, and that wasn't pretty. So that's it for my miscellaneous stuff. I think the last thing I've got to do is clothes. So this is all the clothes that I will be wearing when I'm sleeping or at camp. And like miscellaneous clothes as well. So starting right at the back here, this is my Sundick down pants, just to keep me nice and toasty warm when I'm sleeping. I've got the Core Plus tent socks. These are great. What a great find these were. So they're replacing my Sundick down booties. I'm not taking those. I've got an Core Plus beanie as well. Really, really light. Love them. Waterproof socks. These are by Deckshell. I've got a couple of pairs of those, but I'm just taking the one pair. I've got my Harrier Exmoor rain jacket. This is great as well. It's been tried and tested. Doesn't wet out unless it's absolutely tipping it down for a long, long period of time. My Rotor smock. So this is a puffy, but it also turns into a fleece. So the kangaroo pocket turns into a fleece pillow. So that will also be my pillow. And it's got zips either side, so I've done a video on that, so check that out. I've got my Stick Skins gloves. I've also got some Reynard's gloves, which are not here at the moment, but they'll go underneath those. And I'm not sure if I'm going to take my rain mitts or not. I might do, I'm not 100% sure yet. These are Helly Hansen thermals, so top and bottoms, super lightweight but super warm. From a socks point of view, I've got Injinji toe socks and some Cool Max socks, and that's just a pair of just normal underwear. I haven't got any special underwear, just Tesco's finest, but they're super comfortable, dry really quickly. I love them. That is my Tart Tent Notch bag. So it's a Dyneema bag, but it fits all this stuff inside. But it also means that if anything happens to my tent bag, I've got an extra spare tent bag. And I missed this one out, but this is a gilet. So this is a puffy gilet just for extra warmth. And I know it's extra weight, but I suffer from the cold, so that will go over the top of this. This particular smock as well is not overly durable, so having something to protect it and to keep me warm, I think will work quite well. Right, final piece of the pie is the things I shall be wearing. So these are Montane or Montan crop trousers. I like the crop trousers, they just work for me. I also have the Montane or Montan sock gaiters, shock absorber bra, just an Adventure Geek hat, that's my own brand. Love these hats, they're golf hats, they work quite well. That's my Compadel camera staff walking pole, which is personalised. It's got Camino shells on the side. You can get those from Stick Skins, and then that's the adapter that I've got on the top. That's a MagSafe adapter for my iPhone 13 Pro, which I'll be taking with me, which I'm currently recording with. These are actually Decathlon compression toe socks. I have a problem with my left foot at the moment, so a compression sock is working well in my training hikes. So I'll start off with these and then see how we go. But as I say, I've got Injinji socks and some Cool Max socks as well. I've got the Helly Hansen sun hoodie. So I think it's called the Light Hood or something like that. I can't remember, but I'll put that in the notes below. My favourite piece of gear is my Core Plus hoodie. That's a fleece hoodie, super light. Love this fleece. It's a bit like a Melanzana, but absolutely love it. And these are my Salomon Sense Ride 4s. I've tried all sorts of trail runners and I keep coming back to these because they just work well for my feet. Inside I've got like insoles that have been made by podiatrists, so they're specialised for my feet. I like these because of the quick lace and they just fit really well. So they're not Gore-Tex version, they're just the standard version. That's me done, thank you. So that's it, thank you if you got this far in the video. As I say, there is a timestamp below with everything. I am raising money for Shout, which is a mental health charity. Again, there'll be a link to that if you wanted to donate. All donations welcome, it's going to an amazing charity. With regards to the pack, I've put this on and I just weighed it, it was 11 kilograms and that's got 4 days of food in and all my water as well, which is, I think 11 is probably about 25 pounds, something like that. And I'm quite happy with that. So it feels okay. So I've been walking with it with 24 pounds on my back for a while now. Just to let you know, the bottom pocket, a lot of people put in things like snacks and stuff like that. I tend to have my snacks in my left-hand pocket here. And in the bottom pocket, I've got my first aid kit, which is actually got a little carabiner on the ice hack loop there. So I can just pull that out and it means I won't lose it as well, because I find that sometimes things fall out of that bottom pocket and people are picking up after me, which isn't good. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Not long now to the PCT, and take care. Don't forget to get outside, get inspired, go take a hike when you can, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care everyone. Ta-da. Bye-bye.